Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a little 30-minute of demonstration with Janome America. My name is Celine Ross, and I am an educator for Janome Canada. So today, like I mentioned, and like you saw the advertising from Janome America, I'm going to show you how to transform a pair of jeans into a jean skirt. But for sure, you know how to do it. You must have seen this. You must have seen this, I guess, somewhere else before. Pinterest has a lot of a board talking about this, showing you different model. Well, of course, you know there's no end to this. Your creativity is working a lot with this type of. But you know what? You can transform your wardrobe. We have more than a pair of jeans. So maybe, and the point today is to feature to no to show you many features of the sewing machine and a different foot, an optional foot. So it's not just 2 weeks that I work with this new platform from Janome Canada, because I'm in Montreal, and the platform is StreamYard, and I'm not too familiar with it. So I see that Ginger, well, a lot of people are logging in. I see it. And I saw Ginger say hello. Hello, Ginger. Ginger, this name reminds me, Ginger, there was a boat, some kind of a boat, love boat or something like, no. Anyway, it was a cute little program when I was young, okay? Bonjour, Stéphanie. Marty, how do you do? Okay, so let me turn the camera and I'll show you how to, oh, what she said? Yes, Love Boat. Okay, Ginger. Yeah. So your name reminds me this. It's cute. She was cute, Ginger. Okay, turn the camera and camera arrière. Okay, here's the jeans. The skirt now. You can see was a pair of pants, okay? Before. So depending my size, okay, I did this. Well, it's my pair, one of my pair of jeans, and sometimes you want to transform. Right away, it's plain, but you have to start from plain. Eventually, I will put some embroidery, which will be a little bit tricky because the fabric has a lot of stretch. Well, a lot has stretch. So I don't want my embroidery goes curly. Okay. So what do you do first? First, you have to cut the length, cut the excess of the legs. I prefer, well, you have to do it, you have no choice. And because you cut it, then you have to open the inside seam of the two sides. The two sides, yes. Um, but clean, you have to remove all the stitches, but it's easier because you already cut, so you have a easy starting point. And you cut the inside seam and a bit of the crotch, okay? When this is done, I like to work clean because it's nice for me to work when there's no thread that is hanging and the cut thread. So I clean very good all the threads, and I iron open all my seam allowance seams. So I have 4 because I have 2 legs, and there's 2 sides, and there's a front of the leg, the pants, and the back of the pants. So you iron this very good after it's clean. And you know what I did? Well, I have to lift my skirt. Be careful. But this is the back of the skirt. Okay. And I do serge it. You see, this is a piece of a front. I like to serge it. It's clean. I like to work like this. So I serge my insert, and I serge all the 4 seams. Okay. Then no matter what, you have no choice. Huh? You can see all your seams, even here, how it was, okay? So you'll have no problem to fold, because even if you iron, the fold is there. So you just slide underneath a leftover from the bottom of the pants. So again, the bottom of the pants, you already open the seam, remove all the stitches, iron it good, and that's it. So I'll turn over because the back is ready. Front is finished. Back, well, it's to show you. Okay, look at this. So you have to insert. I made a mistake before. The front is narrow. The opening of the front is narrower than the back. The beginning of, yeah, the beginning of the front is narrower than the back. Well, because we have stake here, huh? Okay, so it is wider. This is why I took a seam with the two sides of leftover of the bottom of the pants to slide it underneath to make sure that I will cover everything. So let me show you. Of course, I push the crotch, but you know, if you didn't want this here, well, there's no need. Huh? You can also just, whoops, you can do this if you want. I'm not, I'm doing fast, so it's not properly done, but there's no need to put the crotch. Well, but I say this, it always depends of the size of the pants. Okay, remove this. Did you notice my nice mannequin pins? Okay, so of course you slide this underneath. Look what happened. It's too wide for sure. It is too wide now. But at least I can see, I see my, because I assemble two sides of the pants because the leftover was too small. You see, from the front, I didn't have enough after the seam. I didn't have enough. So I had to sew together the largest part of the pants, put it in the center it, you see, from the skirt, and then just slide and then just pin it. Just pin. And from this, you know where to cut. You see, you draw your, you see the cutting line is here. So you cut the excess of the jean. And when it is cut, well, I serge it, but not the bottom. I'll tell you why a little bit later, okay? So just to work clean, okay? So remove all the excess. Now, we have the perfect, see, it's not totally finished here. I have to do something here to explain to you how to finish this. Okay, so at the front, if you don't want this, you know, you can fold it straight. So you want, you know, that your taste is the best idea. Also, I did tone on tone, but I saw on Pinterest some people made it not tone on tone, just the reverse to show, or some other fabric, other piece of fabric. Okay, so I just want to do this to see. Okay, so because I now I know how to go and get my comments so that nobody is asking any question. Everybody says hello. Okay, I'm okay then. Okay, now, how do I do this? Oh, like that. Okay. Okay, then because I slide it underneath, I cut, I serge, it's time to sew. I can sew over, I don't sew over the pins, but you know, I make sure when I sew, I remove the pins one by one, huh? Okay? I will not do it now because it's too, I have to be, I cannot talk and the camera in front of me and but I'll show you how to work with that foot because I'm going to use that B-level foot, which is 9 millimeter, the one I have here. Okay, somebody before, I'm not sure if it's out 7 millimeter. I'll have to ask Janome Canada. I'm in Canada. Maybe in the US it's different, maybe not. And I'm talking about Janome foot, not a generic. Janome 7 millimeter. I'll ask, okay? Then I use this foot. And when you use a foot, it's the BL foot. You know, you have to study your foot first, okay? You see, there's one part higher than the other side. You see, it's higher. It's not the first time we work with it. And also there's guidelines. There's an opening, a slot on the side, opening. And also you have 3 guidelines for your needle. You know, this is so easy with the opening here. And of course, there's an opening because of the thickness of the right side. You see, if I put my foot there, so easy, whoops, so easy to follow. I'm on over my pins. But when I sew straight, it's so easy to follow because this is also a guide. So to show you how to work, because we need to change the needle position. What I like to do, you know, when you wash your clothes, then in the dryer or not, okay, the seam allowance on the side, always one side, the other side. And when I remove all the stitches, when I open the inside seam, you know, we're really critical with our sewing. Well, trust me, this wasn't properly done. Our sewing, you know, is not bad at all. So the side seam here, you see the top stitch up to there. They reinforce with the stitch that we have, okay? Okay, so my seam allowance is going towards the back, but here my seam allowance was going towards the front, and that you cannot help because there's no top stitching. So you see, I use the top stitching stitch and foot, okay, to make sure even if I wash or wear it, my seam allowance will stay at the back, okay? So to show you how works this foot, I'm going to do the same thing on that side here, okay? Because I like to do my sides. I have no problem after, even if I don't, you know, it's I don't use the dryer. If I use the dryer, no problem. If I don't use it, no problem neither, because my seam allowance will stay right where I top stitch, okay? I will top stitch all the thicknesses. And maybe you'll say to me, hey, why do you have that color of thread? It's navy blue. Well, this is, when I bought it, that was the color. But you see, they sew it with a chain stitch, okay? Well, it's an industrial machine. There's a straight stitch, space, and then the overlock. Well, with our CP 3000, we can do that, or CP 2000, or CP 900, 1000, 2000, 3000. With these Cover Pro, we have the chain stitch. My tongue doesn't twist the right way in my mouth, okay? So I'm going to top stitch this one in front of you just to show you how works that foot, and also to show you a few tips on the machine, okay? So I'm turning the camera, and I will approach the camera, I believe. I have to move my stand. Okay, sorry, it's you want to do it fast, but okay, bon, I got it. Let me attach it good. Okay, so here I'm using CM, whoop. Okay, CM17, too big. Okay, like this you see well. Okay, so I'm using that foot, okay? And I'm going to attach my presser foot here. Down, whoops, down. But it doesn't attach perfectly. See? Didn't attach. Why? Well, my foot is not straight. My foot is a bit like this because of the thickness. So what I do, down, and I push up my foot, just push it up, and that's it. And then my thread always inside the foot, under the foot, towards my left in the thread holder. Okay, and then you have to turn the fabric. Okay, and foot down. So I am tone on tone. I use navy blue thread, tone on tone. Okay, so I need to stitch, to top stitch very close to my seam here. So I will move my needle, straight stitch. I'll move my needle to I don't remember, I think I did 7. So I'm going to check this with my thumb wheel here. Okay, I'm checking and I'm okay. So you know the opening of the foot is here and my needle is here on the first mark. Also, it is a top stitch. I have 3 thicknesses of fabric, so I need to length my stitch. I be careful, I don't want to sew the bottom part. Okay, so I pay attention to this. So I'm sewing, and I can sew and do a little reverse. But we have another option with our electronic machine. We have the option of number 3, which will do a lock stitch at the beginning. And at the end, I won't push the button lock stitch. I will have to push the reverse button. Now, because I changed stitch, okay, I lost my needle position and my stitch length. No problem. So needle position, it was at 7, 7, and my stitch length was at 3.5. Okay, so I play here to change this, and because the 2 screens are synchronized, whatever I do here, it appears here. Whatever I do here, it will appear here. Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm sewing this time because of the side of the seam allowance. I'm sewing from bottom to the top. That means, do I need 4 lock stitch? No, 3 would be enough. So you see, I can count my lock stitch here. There's 3. Okay, so I'm just top stitching. I don't need so much. So let's say just for fun, I'm going to put 3 at the end. And this, I'm doing this because to show you, move the needle position, stitch length, how many lock stitch you need, my thumb wheel here, a different foot, you know, all these, a different stitch, all this, okay, to show you, and then it's going. And I can control my speed. I'll stop it because this is really heavy here. And it was easy the first side because everything was open. Now everything is closed. Okay, keep going. And I'm using the thread tone on tone. I don't want to see that I put a seam over there. I like to do this, me, on many of my clothes, even on my t-shirt, especially on my t-shirts. Let me move this because... Oh, okay, now I get it. Keep going. And because my needle is down, I can move my fabric. It won't slide underneath the foot. Okay, stop again because I have to go. Oh, do you see? You see, I have to come up to here. So I have to be careful. You see, all the excess of fabric is there. So I have to manipulate this. Okay. Keep sewing. So my sewing is straight for sure because of my foot, the bi-level foot, which is an optional accessory, optional foot. And I'm close to where I want to stop. And so remember, okay, I don't need to push that button. I just need to ask this button. You see, here is when you need to go. On the other screen, on the right screen, it is when you want to program. See, reverse, and it's blinking. My lock stitch is blinking, telling me, hey, you asked me to do that stuff. Now, because I'm talking, we didn't count, but the machine did 3 stitches only. Cut my thread. Okay. And bring this to you. And nobody will notice this. See, with the bi-level foot, I top stitch my seam. So all the seam allowance will stay here. I didn't want to top stitch too wide because this is not the style. Just close, just to help to guide the excess of the sewing. So you see, just you to notice, do you see the wrinkles here? If it's wrinkles, okay. Well, because my seam allowance was coming here, seam allowance, all the seam allowance always going to the back. So now it's at the back. This will disappear when I'll turn my when I will turn my when I will wash my clothes. My clothes. Okay. Now I'll move the camera again. I'm telling you, need a camera person. Okay. Now everything is into place. Maybe you say, okay, maybe you'll say, why did you serge only the front? Okay, well, because my back is not finished. And you see, the back, when you do this, you may have to make sure that everything is aligned. You see, I will need to see, this is not straight. I will need to cut the excess. This is the first, I'll have to cut the excess underneath, number 1. Then I will have to make sure this is going down. I will have to put it straight, aligned with my seam allowance, with with the seam of the bottom of the ourlet is what with the bottom of the pants, okay? So now I'll come on the right side of the fabric, the front side. Okay. Okay. So this is the bottom of my pants, huh? That was it. And just because I like it clean, just because everything is serge. I really, a serger in a house, it's like a microwave in the kitchen. Okay. So even if I iron it, I still see my mark the way they did it. They didn't do it last week, the pants, and I wear them on top of that. So you already have the pressing marks and the wearing marks and the top stitch marks. So this is a good help to fold all the rest of the skirt, all the rest of the hem. This is in the way here. Okay, so what I do once, even I know I won't see the overlock, I know, but it's clean. Okay, while you work on it. And then what you do, you make sure you pin your hem and you have your guideline so you can count on it to do fold it right all the way around. So you have some in the front and you have some at the back. Okay. Then before I top stitch it with the same foot, okay, bi-level foot, even if I top stitch it, okay, I need to iron this. It'll stay into place, and I keep going, making sure I measure everything and making sure that I'm even. And then I'm going to use the same foot top stitch the hem of my my skirt now. So let me show you something else also. So what I did when this is sliding in, okay, I top stitch with the same color of thread of the jean, you know, that what they use, okay, the same color of thread they used, okay. And this is just to sew, but I still have my seam allowance, so I made another seam beside with the thread tone on tone. Do you see it? It's right here. It's tone on tone. So that will hold, that is holding all the thicknesses, you see? Top stitch and with the same color to make sure that everything will stay at the right place and will not flip or, you know, move. Okay? Always with the same foot, but that time I used the middle needle position. Always with the same foot. You know, it is easy. So that thread is cotton, top and bobbin, and it is, you see there's a bobbin here. So this is 100% cotton, size, weight 35. I like the Silco from Wonderfil. So this is, and of course I use my J bobbin, huh? And my top thread is the same, top and bobbin. While the navy blue, it's a sewing thread, top and bobbin. I took navy, of course, to match my my jean, and it is a, you know what? I think the weight is 50 weight, but you know, just to top stitch everything, and then serge all the way around. So just to show you, I did just half to show you. I serged just half. So remember, first thing you insert, then you draw your line all the way around, you cut and you serge your piece, okay? And after this, you insert it again, top stitch one with the decorative thread, top stitch twice to keep the seam allowance into place. Before that, everything was serged, okay? And then make sure that your hem is even, okay? Serge it and fold it and top stitch again with that foot, bi-level foot. Like I said, it's optional. Just in case you want the part number, but this is for a 9mm machine, huh? 202-461-005. And then you have a skirt instead of a pair of pants, okay? Instead of a pair of jeans. And you want to make sure, you can be sure that this will be embroidered one day. I'll do a live on it because the fabric is stretchy. So I cannot, I have to be careful the way I will embroider it because I don't want this to curl. Also, I don't have dirty ends, but this is indigo dyeing, and it takes many time to wash it for the dye to get away. There's also some stuff on the market, you know, some kind of powder. Some girls put salt, some girls utilize vinegar, some utilize some kind of powder to keep the dyeing inside of the fabric, not to lose it. Don't put panties, white panties underneath, huh? You'll change the color for blue, okay? Okay, so that's it for today. I'll bring the camera to me. It's getting warm, huh? Whew, I'm red. I'm going to see if I have any, oops, 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 oops. Uh-oh. So I guess when I'm sorry, I guess when the screen move, I touched the screen and I lost the sound. So I hope I'm okay now. So I was saying that yeah, it's hard to follow. It's just a short 30 minutes. But you know, this is to feature also the foot and some functionality of the machine. Over the Pinterest, there's so many tutorial, okay, that you will be able to find something to help you with this kind of skirt. Then so many different, also so many different ideas. Okay, it's back. Yes, yeah, it's me. I touched the wrong button. Okay, Suzanne Rouleau, bonjour. Okay, so I'm 2 minutes later. Okay, so I'm saying goodbye to everybody, and I wish you a nice Easter. Huh? You're going to eat chocolate. Oh, a few pounds again. Huh? I talk about me. Okay, everybody. Bye bye. Have a good weekend.